Hey, Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff. Man, we got another good one for you today. Listen, if you're taking a whole slab of ribs and you're cutting that top portion off and making a St. Louis style rib out of it and throwing what you're cutting off away, man, you're missing some of the best meat on the hog. The rib tips at the top, man, that's some good meat. Don't throw it away. Cut it up into rib tips, put it on the smoker. We're gonna show you how to do it today. So, hang tight. Okay, all right, here's what I've got. I've got about 5 pounds of pork rib tips. What are pork rib tips? You ever seen a whole slab of ribs? All right, to make a St. Louis cut, you go back to the end of the bones and you've got cartilage beyond it. You cut a straight line and make a rectangle out of that. And then the piece that you cut off, that's where the rib tips come from. And that's what these are. And man, let me tell you, this is some good meat. It's got a lot of fat in it. It renders down pretty good, but it's got a lot of meat in it too. So to season it, how are we gonna do that? Well, we're gonna start with one of my favorites. This is Texas Cajun from Uncle Steve's Shake. I'm gonna take and put just a generous little coat over the top of these. And then let's turn them over. And we're gonna do the other side because I wanna make sure all this good Texas Cajun shake gets on both sides. And I'm not covering them heavy, but I am being generous because I like it. All right, next, just to go on top, I'm also adding, this is South Texas Red, also from Uncle Steve's Shake. Now this has got some red pepper flakes in it. I'm not going heavy with it. I've got some sensitive eaters in my house, and they can't really do too much spicy, but South Texas Red, although it does have some red pepper flakes in it, it's not heavy. All right, and that's all I'm gonna do for seasoning. All right, next, when I get the smoker up to temp, I'm gonna take it over to the smoker and put it on and we'll get this cook started. Okay, well, I've got my smoker up to temp. I'm running it at 250. Now, you see, we're gonna use the Pit Boss today. Let me get this probe out of the way. And we're just gonna lay these all the way across here. There we go. All right, let's close them up. And it's just that easy. Now I'm gonna come back in an hour and start temping them, looking at it. And when I do, I'll bring you back. Okay, just a little over an hour in. Oh yeah, we're getting some pretty color on these. Start probing these. We're not too far from being done on these. Okay. All right. We're gonna let these continue. I would say probably another, half an hour maybe. And then we're gonna glaze them. So I'll bring you back. Okay, well, let's take that out. We're getting pretty close to the temperature we wanted. Now I'm gonna let this just keep on sailing. I've dropped the temperature about 20 degrees or so. This is a mustard based South Carolina glaze that I'm using. Straight out of Columbia, South Carolina. A lot of us grew up on this stuff. You use whatever you like. I'm gonna do this side first and then flip it over. Do the other side. Glaze on all of these. All right, close her back down. Let that glaze set good. Now, I probably am gonna let that go, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or so. And then we'll turn them over, do the other side, and we'll bring you back. All right, well, that's it. Let's flip this over. What a pretty color. Alright, we'll glaze this side down too. All right, closing back up. Let that side sit. Okay, well, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, that side has set too. We're gonna put all this in this little half catering pan here. That pretty. Good looking stuff there. That's gonna be some good stuff. Already know. Alright, let's take this off, go over to the table. Okay, well, we've let these rest for a couple of minutes, as long as I could stand it. Get a napkin here. And we're gonna try a good bite. Alrighty, here we go. Good clean bite. You can see the smoke in it. It's got a pretty smoke ring. My goodness. This is good stuff, folks. I don't know what to tell you. That's too easy. So, I see people throwing away these rib tips. Man, don't throw them away. That's some good meat. Hey, listen, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, how about hit the circle on this side? I'll have another video just for you, whether you subscribe or not. Right here, subscribe anyway. Until next time, hang tight.